everybody. It's Diana with stampingwithdie.com. Ooh, make sure my computer's off. No sound. Good afternoon. Welcome to this week's Mimeograph Monday. And I have a hair. Oh my gosh, there it is. So I have a cue card. We're going to do some fussy cutting and some punching. No coloring. Surprise, surprise. But if you are new to my channel, make sure you say hi. Even if you have been here before, always say hi. I love our weekly lives. And I do 4 a week. But this week's going to be a little different. So I'll do my Mimeograph Monday, which is Monday. My Teach Me Tuesdays and my What You're Making Wednesdays. Those will be going on. But Friday for my die shorts, I won't be doing the die short this week because we actually have an on stage, which is a virtual event for Stampin' Up! Demonstrators. So I will be doing that. So this Friday I won't be doing my live, but usually I do 4 a week. Unless there's something going on. Oh, like so next week I might have a doctor's appointment on one of the days, but I'll let you know next week. But anyways, so who is here? So we have Anne and Virginia. Hey, aloha, Minda. So Mimeograph Monday basically is me casing a project out of the catalog. Sometimes I tweak it. Today's though, I might have just tweaked it just a tad, but I kept it pretty close to how it was in the catalog. And I love doing that. I love figuring out a card. The last few weeks I've been keeping them pretty simple, just because I'm still recovering from tendon surgery on my foot. So I'm still going on over 4 weeks now. Still can't put any weight on it. But the 13th, so I'm counting down the days. The 13th, which is Saturday. Hi, Teresa and Candy and Rhonda. So Saturday the 13th, I can stand and start to walk on it. So, that will be so nice. With the boot on. So I've had the boot on for a few weeks now. It's better than that cast thing, but it's really hard to sleep with a big boot on from your knee down. But anyways, mailman came to the door today, and I was like, hold on, because I didn't have any mail going out. I have stuff going out tomorrow. And he was showing a new postman, like the route, right? And like where he comes to get my packages. So he was like, oh, I didn't know, I wouldn't have bothered you. I'm like, no, that's okay. So, but anyways, so I am going to stop jabbering. Hang on a minute. I have stuff over here. All right. Stuff. When I flip the phone. All right. I have stuff everywhere. I totally do. All right. So we're using a bunch of ink today. Punch. Okay. Let's see. Do I have it all in place? I think I do. Okay. So hold on a minute. So let me turn the phone. All right, tighten that up a little bit. All right, I think that looks pretty good. Now I talked about some of these stuff last week, and usually I do go over business stuff almost every time, just because there's always new people. Hi, Joanne. There's always new people that are looking, and I don't want you to miss anything. So every month I have a new host code. If you're placing an order, this is the November one, unless you are in Stamp Club, and then you have your own. And if you are ordering 150, you don't want to use it. But if you are thinking you have a big order, you might as well just join my team and get the starter kit, because you can actually get $125 worth of whatever you want, your choice, excluding the hostess sets, for $75 plus tax, and that's free shipping. So if you want to gab, I can answer any questions you want about joining my team. I would love to have you. All right, we also have Goodies or Guts, new ones for this month as well. And I mentioned the Eden's Garden is a new bundle that's available. I don't have it to show only because I knew I wouldn't have time to play with it. But it is so pretty, and then it has new bling and DSP and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, all right, so that is that. Oh, and don't forget to save the dates for the upcoming Stamping with Die Virtual Spring Social and Fall Social. Now, those are just for United States only. And those are, we'll be using project products from the new mini as well as Celebration that will be starting. Oh my gosh. We just finished one, but there's another one on its way. 2 a year makes it so cool. Okay, so I'm going to be using Evergreen Elegance today, and it is a bundle. Oh, Denise, your first live. Yay, welcome, welcome. All right, so this is a bundle. So it actually has this punch as well. So I'm going to be using both of those. And here's the card. Let me get the catalog, as I hopefully don't knock stuff on the floor. All right, hold on a minute. Here's the card that I'm going to be doing. This one right here, because I thought, oh, you know what? It's just fussy cutting. I can do that easily. I did have to do the embossing, which I did ahead of time. And I'll show you that. But this is very, very fun. And it's using the Elegant, what are they? Elegant, hold on a minute. I have a bunch of them. Elegant faceted gems on the tree. So I totally love that. All right, so there is that. So what I did was I pulled out my recipe, and then it told me everything that we were going to be using for the card. So I grabbed all of that so we can get started. All right, so one thing I do want to do before I get the ink pads open is this is just a piece of the basic white, and this is the punch, and it's an edge punch. Now usually I stand when I use these, but I can't right now, so I'm just going to do it while I'm sitting. So what I've done is I've put the punch, so this paper goes all the way to the edge, and then when you know that when you're punching along, you're going to be even. And we're going to punch, and then you see this silver, and and then you can see the punch color through it. This is your guide, and you will slide this along, and you want to put those trees so that they cover that up. And I'm keeping this straight down so this piece is touching down there. And then we're going to punch, slide it along. Now, you don't want to come out too far because you want to make sure that you still got some tree. All right, let's see. All right, so that looks good. So we've got our pretty little trees, and I'm just going to snip this off of there. So now we have this whole forest of trees. Isn't that fun? And then you have that left over, which just gets swooshed onto the floor. I have a whole pile of garbage beside my desk. It's so bad. I'm like, so bad. All right, let's see here. And I try to toss it into the waste basket. Okay, so this is the piece that I did run through the embossing. Oh, the tree punch is so fun, isn't it, Lily? Okay, so it's the Wintry 3D, and I have just marked them A and B just so that I keep them alphabetical in a little bucket. And you have one that's a snowflake, and then you have one of these beautiful branches. And what was used is the snowflake. So you can see that on there. Now, when I looked at the catalog, it looked like they embossed them separately, and I just wanted to save time, so I actually glued my DSP, and the DSP is actually from the hand penned. So I glued my DSP to the cardstock, and then I ran it through at the same time. Now, this is a skinny, so you do have to run it through twice. So I just ran it through, one time, then I turned it around, and then I ran it through, again. And you can barely see, you can see it just hardly see, but there's the edge. So you just have to really be looking for it. But this card hides it, so it doesn't really matter, even if you're anal like me. Okay, so we have this. Then we want a piece of Whisper White, and we're going to just stamp a bunch of trees on here. All right, because we're going to do some fussy cutting. All right, so my colors are Pear Pizzazz, bunch of green. So we have Pear Pizzazz, Mint Macaron. Let me get these trees away, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp on those to give them some texture. We have Old Olive, Mint Macaron. I'm just putting them so I can read the name on the side. Cajun Curries, or no, Crushed Curry. What am I saying? Crushed Curry. And Soft Suede. All right, so Soft Suede. Now, Soft Suede is going to be the inside. So while I have the ink pads open, because I have a mess on the desk, I am going to just quickly do the inside of the card, just so that I can close that soft suede pad and just get it all out of my way. So I have taken the same strip of paper. So see, this is that hand penned. So isn't this fun? It's got these flowers, but we're using the back side, which turns it into a Christmas card. So I'm just going to put this piece here. That way it just matches that front of the card. All right. And then, let's see, I want Pear Pizzazz. So I'm going to take this little tiny tree, and with the Pear Pizzazz, I'm just going to stamp a few little trees inside. This is such a cute set, especially if you're one that doesn't like to color, right? It's a nice solid set. All right, and then I need to find my Merry Christmas. All right, so Merry Christmas. I also want to stamp the greeting for the outside, because that's also with the soft suede, and then I can get rid of the pad. But I can close it and make a little more room on my desk. All right, so Merry Christmas over top of those 3 trees. Isn't that cute? I love doing that on the inside of the card. All right, so let me set that aside to dry. Then I have this extra little piece here, and that's where we're going to stamp this other greeting, also with the soft suede. So this is the May the beauty of the season bring you joy and warm memories to cherish throughout the year. So I'm just going to stamp that just on this scrap paper, because we're going to cut this out. So I'm going to set that aside to dry with that Merry Christmas. Okay, I'm running out of places to set stuff. All right. So close this pad. Okay, let's see here. So let's stamp a bunch of trees. So we need, this is that tall, skinny tree. And it's with the Pear Pizzazz. So we're going to use, I think I did all of the trees that were in this set. So we're going to go Pear Pizzazz. I'm sure you can see. We've got Pear Pizzazz. But I also am going to use this other tree. So we use this one tree. It's kind of like the fat middle tree. And we use this several times with different colors. So I'm going to be cleaning this in between. I need to scoot up just a little bit. Hold on a minute. You can't see what I'm doing. You can't see what I'm doing. Oh, heavens. All right. So we need one of these in Pear Pizzazz while that pad's open. So that's going to go there. All right. So I think that's all the Pear Pizzazz. So I can close Pear Pizzazz. Making more room. Okay, well, I also have, I only need the crushed curry open for the star. And I want to put this star towards the bottom of that block so I can see it better. Because I'm going to scoot down as best as I can, because I want to get that little pointy on the top of the tree. So see, I just kind of scooted down a little bit so I could like look on the side and I could see that pointy, so we could put it on the top of that tree. So then when I cut out the tree, the star's already going to be attached to it. All right, so we're done with the crushed curry. So it's getting the desk cleaned off. All right, so let me wash this now. Ugh. Wash that because I want to, let's see here. I want Old Olive. So we're going to do an Old Olive one. And this is just me doing the same as the catalog. So we've got an Old Olive, one Old Olive. And then we're going to wash it again because I also want a mint macaron. So I'm groaning because my cleaning pad is just go gadget arms. I can just barely reach it because I have other stuff there. Okay. And then we want a mint macaron. Oh, but you know what? I need to open that Old Olive again. All right, so we have mint macaron. So that should be good for those. But while I have mint macaron open, I also want to do this smaller tree that I did on the inside. I want a mint macaron of that one as well. Okay. Oh, I need Old Olive again because this is what I'm going to do is I punched those little trees that I punched out. We are going to stamp on them to give that texture. So it doesn't really matter which you stamp on it with. I'm going to use this skinny one. Let me clean it off. I'm going to use the skinny one. Ugh. Because it seems to have more branches. Like you could use this one, it's a little closer to the sides of it, but then the trees would be pretty solid because there's not a whole lot of detail on that one. So this one, to me, has a lot more like detail going on. So I'm going to use the skinny one. And I'm just going to ink it up. And we're just basically going to ink on that punched out piece. Now there's no right way or wrong way to do it. You're just basically getting tree texture on that punch. There. All right. So we've got this tree texture going on. This looks pretty cool, doesn't it? This is such a cool set because look at, if you wanted to do like a forest, you could just go like tree, 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 tree. Just look how beautiful it is. It's just like this amazing set. It makes me think, did you watch Dexter last night? It makes me think of that show because he was out in the forest. All right. So if you don't have this set, you haven't done your Christmas cards, this might be a great one to get. Or if you are a scrapbooker, it would make an amazing set to do your scrapbook pages for Christmas as well. All right, so hopefully I got all the ones I needed. I think so. All right, so let me get these off of here. And then we're just going to fussy cut. So remember I said we're going to fussy cut and punch. So I really kind of wasted that paper, but anyways. It's just cardstock. All right, so bring this over because this is what we're going to put this on. Now, this little thing is actually like cut. Like I just kind of was looking at the catalog and was going, well, this looks like it's at an angle and this looks like it's, you know, it's not like straight, right? It's not just glued on there straight. So this looks like it was cut in half. This looks like it was cut as well. So that's what I did with it. All right, so I'm just going to use glue dots. And I have these crazy glue dots that I'm still messing with that are put together backwards. So I just cut the strip off and use them that way. Because that way I can push with my finger behind and give it really good pressure and stuck on there. All right, so we know this tree goes on here like that. Now this one I need to wait on. All right, So let's cut out our big trees. And we'll assemble all at once. That might make a lot more sense, Diana. All right, so let's cut our trees apart. But I love putting that star on there so it's all one piece. Now, if you wanted, we do have star embellishments. You could actually use one of those. But, all right. So what you want to do is just wiggle your tree. Squeeze with one hand on your scissors and move the cardstock with the other one, and that's a lot easier. And these trees are so forgiving to cut out. I do want to try, when I can get up to that part of my work table, I want to stamp these trees and try my brother scan and cut and see how good it cuts these trees out, because that would be a lot faster. All right. So this is super easy. So fussy cutting, and this is perfect if you're watching TV. I watched The Fall. Have you seen that? It's like an older, kind of a murder suspense kind of thing. It's on Amazon. So it was quite the show. All right. So this would be perfect, you know, if you're stuck on your butt. You can't do stuff. Fussy cutting is perfect. Oh, yes, I know you're right, Denise. They're all like that. It's like, oh, I always say I'm an old dog and I hate to learn new tricks. And that's what I feel with the glue dots. Now, somebody told me that that's what the glue dots are like. If you have a glue dot, I don't think it's an applicator, but I want to say it might be like a thing that, like a roll, like, you know, how you put your Scotch tape on a roll, like a thing. Somebody told me that that's how they come on that. So then I'm like, oh, so are we getting that? Or did they send Stampin' Up! The wrong ones or something? I don't know. But I just have to use them backwards. So we'll just get used to them that way, and then maybe they'll go back to how they always are. All right, so there's tree number 2. So see what I mean? They're pretty easy to cut out. So it would have been neat if it had a die, but then I would be like, it would have been hard for me to get up and do that. I mean, I could bring it and sit at my desk and do it, but I try not to sit too awful lot with my foot down. A couple of my friends, they're going through the same kind of thing. Oh my gosh. My kid is not. And we are lucky that our house has no carpeting. It's just, and it's one level, so we don't have that. I'm able to use the guest bathroom I can get into. But we have tile throughout our house, so I can use the scooter. The scooter wheels don't like the tile grout holes, so that I have to be really careful when I'm using it, because it will make the steering wheel go crooked, and that can be dangerous. But when I'm in my studio, hey Patty, when I'm in my studio, it's a flat floor, right? Because we put epoxy down, so it rolls a lot better. But I can't wait till the 13th. Oh my gosh. I won't be dancing, but I sure as heck will be enjoying walking. Okay. Cut. So I should have cut them ahead of time, but I so enjoy our chats every week. Oh my gosh, I enjoy our time together. Now, Teach Me Tuesday tomorrow, I'm probably going to show that Joyful Life card I was talking about last week, using that cute little bear, because I have him sitting on my desk. So that's probably the card I'll show tomorrow. All right, and one more. The little baby tree. And then we just have to assemble. And then I'll cut the words out after I get all the trees done. And you could go in there closer if you wanted. I'm just trying to be fast. You don't see tons of this tree anyway. In fact, I missed this little one when I was making the, you know, the original card. I always have the one to look at, right? And then when I was putting the words on, I'm like, oh, there's another tree in there that I totally missed. Okay. Let me get those out of the way. Okay, so now we need dimensionals. So we've got this on. All right, so we need some dimensionals. These are the ones from, I know we're on to 5 more days. Oh my gosh. But when I went to the doctor's last week and it was Wednesday, I believe, and I was thinking that was going to be the day that she said that I could, you know, start putting weight on it and doing some walking. And then when she said 10 more days, that was not good. I mean, I'm glad I want to be fully healed, but it's just, it seems to be taking forever. Okay, so we're going to put this one right here. So that's why I had to put that on first, because these little guys go in front of it. All right. So these little guys go in front of it. So look how cute these are now that I have stamped on them. Because now they do have the fun little tree marks. Now, if you didn't like that white, you could certainly stamp on color cardstock. But I just did how it's said to do. All right. So then this piece seemed to angle up. So that's what I meant. Like when I was looking at them, at first I thought, oh, I'll just cut a strip and they're all straight across. But when I looked at the catalog, I'm like, well, no, they're kind of crooked. You know, they move around in there. So that's why I was like, oh, well, they have trimmed these. And they're just kind of in there filling up the space, basically, just so that you have some little baby trees as well. All right, but the punch makes it so easy. All right, so then these, I just kind of went like this. Whether it's right, who knows? But that's what I did. All right, so then we have this. So now we can use our dimensionals. Turn these over. So we're going to do our big one first. Oh, Patty, I did do that. I have one somewhere that I have string on it because I unrolled it on another spool and then I used a string or a piece of ribbon. And then they were right, but that got to be, oh, here it is over here. I can't reach it. But I just was like, ugh. Like, all right. After we teach our customers to not do that. Like, I used to have customers, they would peel off the thing and then they were exposing them. And now we're having to almost teach them a different way. Okay, so then we have this tree here with the dimensionals. Then we have, let's see, is this the old olive one? Nope. Here's the old olive one. So I want to put my old olive one here. So it's also with dimensionals. Let's see. So Jeff's been hunting since Thursday. Can you believe it? So he's coming back today. I can't wait. All right, so we've got this right here. That goes there. Then we have this one. But what I want to do is I just want to put dimensionals on this side of the tree because it's going to overlap this one. So I don't want to put dimensionals on this side. So we're just going to put dimensionals on this side. So that's C, then, because it will go over top of that one. You don't want it to be crooked. I didn't show it, Patty, but I have done that before. But now I've just been like ripping off, like I've just been ripping off like a piece, and then I've just been like grabbing them off the thing. Okay, then we want the little baby one. So this is the one I said you hardly see it. So I'm only putting a dimensional on the bottom. And That's just gonna go there. So see, these all just kind of snug together. Just give that little cluster of tree. And then we have our greeting. All right, so we have our greeting. So then I'm just cutting out with scissors this greeting. Now you could use your paper trimmer if you want, but I'm just using the scissors. It's pretty easy to cut out. All right, so what I'm gonna do is all this crap everywhere. All right, so we have this. So this little Y, they have cut it like, so it hangs down. So I'm just simply going like this, and then I will just meet that cut line, and it will cut that away. Easy peasy. And it doesn't have to be perfect, not at all. So now what I'm doing is I'm just going to cut all of these apart as straight as I can, but like I said, if it's not perfect, that's totally fine. I like this rugged kind of look to this card. And then we will trim the sides. All right, we just want to make sure that we've got our words in the right order, or it'll be like a jumbly mess. All right, so I'm going to start from the bottom so that I don't start from the top and then run out of room. So I'm starting from the bottom and working my way up. So this is what I mean, Patty. So see, I'm going to just pull this, and then I'm just going to use it like this. All right, so let me bring this over. It's like, what is she groaning about? Moaning and groaning. I have that box underneath the desk, but for me to be really as close as I like to be, my foot hits the back of the desk, so I have to kind of, so that's why I'm like, sometimes I feel like I'm off the camera because I'm not where I'm normally sitting. All right, so this is going to go throughout the year. And then we're just going to work our way up. So the next one we need to find is memories to cherish. And I'm just using glue dots to put them all on. Oop, that one's on my fingernail. And they love fingernail polish. Maybe I should, this is what I'll do. Hang on a minute. I'm going to put all of these on here because I'm getting the glue dots everywhere. All right, hang on a minute. Of the season. So we're just going to put our glue dots on our words, and then we'll just grab them off this little piece when we need them. How's that? Is that smart? All right, made the beauty. So they're not in any order. Let's see if I have enough. I don't think I have enough. Nope, I need some more. I need some more. Hee 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 hee. Okay. So this way, I'm not gonna get glue dots everywhere. All right. So let's see, where's my words? All right, I'm looking for memories. Memories. All right. Good, good, good. So we have memories. So, and then you can put them where you want. I just kind of stuck to how it was in the catalog. All right, so bring you joy and warm is next. But isn't this fun how you cut? It is a pretty card. Thank you. I thought so. I just kind of was looking through the catalog and I was like, what one seems kind of easy, but not too easy, where I'm hardly visiting with you? Because I was like, oh, Monday, Mimeograph Monday. I get to visit with you all. All right. Of the season. And then we can put our top one. I needed to put another glue dot, didn't I, on that one? So may the beauty of the season bring you joy and warm memories to cherish throughout the year. So it's just kind of fun. Now, it might not be as straight as it could be, but hey, it's super cute. All right, so let me put the inside, and then we're going to do our embellishment. So let me do the inside. So this is good and dry. So again, I'm using my snail, trying to use it up. All right. So we've got our Merry Christmas. And then we'll put our outside. Now the outside, I'm gonna put on with dimensionals, just because the original card, it didn't have this layer. So it looked like they ran the card through, like the folded card. Now sometimes, like when I'm looking through the catalog, where is the catalog? It could very well not even be an open card, right? Like maybe they just make a card front. So, you know, but I didn't want to have, when you use the embossing folder on the main card, it kind of softens that cardstock, which kind of softens the heft of the card. So that's why I did an extra piece. So that is a little bit different. All right. So since I'm using mint macaron on top of mint macaron, I want to put dimensionals so that it separates the two. So you can see, because there's a shadow, right? As the light catches it, you can see that, you know, there's an extra thickness there. And it just, you know, gives your card a little extra heft to it. You can see the snowflakes and stuff. So let's put our bling on here. And these are the Elegant faceted gems. I have so many of them. All right, so hang on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to use, I don't know if they use the big or the small. I ended up going with the small ones because they put quite a few on. I went a little less than they did. And these are just gorgeous. I love these gems. And they're got their own adhesive on them. So they stick really good. Now my friend Marcy, that I have the Over the Border Facebook group with, she's in Canada. She actually, even if there's adhesive, she actually likes to put a little bit of the green tip glue as well. So, and that could be because there's more humidity in Canada. So if you find, or wherever you're living at, right? If you find that, you know, maybe some of the embellishments that have the adhesive on aren't sticking as well as you'd like, just try. Just put a little green tip glue and then lay it down, and you'll probably have more success. It's pretty dry in Arizona, so I usually don't have that issue. Now, I have not asked anybody, like if I sent them the card to a state, you know, that has a little more humidity, I never thought to ask them, you know, like, well, did the embellishments stay on? Because they're pretty much on there. But anyways, but if you do have that issue, you know, just take a little bit of green tip glue and then lay it on there and see if you like that. All right, so here's the two cards side by side. They look pretty darn close to each other. The embellishments, of course, are, you know, not the same. This, I might have been a little more straighter on the card I did ahead of time, but, you know, it is what it is. All right, let me turn the phone so I can say see you later. There's my hand. So, did you like that? I think that's cute. So that I've got, there's two cards, Christmas cards. I've been working on trying to get some done, so I'm not like stressing like I usually am. Oh, and I forgot to show you, Rhonda. Are you still on here, Rhonda? Look at this cute card I got from Rhonda. She's been sending me such fun cards. I love going to, well, I don't go to the mail. The mail is brought to me, but, and, so thank you for all your sweet cards, everybody. I think that was the only one I got over the weekend. Eric was getting the mail. And now that, Jeff should be home soon, he'll probably grab today's mail. So anyways, but, so thank you for your cards, Rhonda, and everybody. I've been getting so many. And I ate all my Shreddy cereal that Marcy sent from Canada. So that was fun. All right, so I will see you tomorrow for my Teach Me Tuesdays, episode 10, I think it's 103, 3 o'clock Arizona time. Same time, same channel. Remember, as I said last week, we in Arizona, we don't change our clocks. So if you are in another state and you're used to watching me at like 2 o'clock or 1 o'clock or 5 o'clock or whatever, whatever way it went, you're going to want to adjust what you're used to, because we don't change our clocks. So it's still 3 o'clock here, but it might be a different time where you are. If you're in California or Utah, I think we are the same time now. But if you are on the East Coast, it's 2 or 3, But anyway, hi Ian. But anyway, so just keep that in mind, right? Check and see, because I hate for you to miss it. If you subscribe to my channel, my YouTube channel, I think that stops it, right? Because then don't they tell you? Especially if you click the bell, the little digger bell thing, if you say all, it will tell you if I upload a video, if I do, sometimes I watch along with you, but anytime I upload or go live, it should tell you. So then that way, you'll get used to like, oh, well now it's this time for me or whatever. But anyways, okay, so I'm going to stop blabbing and I will get the supply list and take a picture of the card and get it posted below, and then I'll try to get my blog post done, and then there'll be a blog thingy. But so anyway, so thanks for joining me, everyone, and have a great night, and I will see you tomorrow. All right, bye for now.